Welcome to the Late Night Show. And now your host, Cuddy Bino.
All right. Welcome to the Late Night Show. This is episode, what episode is it? Oh, episode 32. I had to cancel Wednesday's show, so it's throwing me off. Sorry about that, people. I've been a little under the weather, and I still feel a little under the weather. I have a light headache, but overall I feel okay. So we're gonna continue tonight. I don't want to cancel 2 shows in a row. And this is the week that Childish Gambino released his new album. So of course I have to come and show support. But let's go ahead and check the chat real quick. I don't expect anyone to be in there right now. Every single time I cancel a show, it's like the next episode, there's no chatters. It's like everyone just disappears. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on with the show. We'll start with our first story of the night. All right, Kendrick Lamar drops the Not Like Us video game. All right, so I saw this trending on Twitter or X or whatever the kids are calling it now. It looks like Kendrick Lamar or at least his team dropped a video game based on the Not Like Us video. So let's go ahead and check this out. All right, so Not Like Us the game, play now, credit. I believe I don't remember the website, but you could just Google the Not Like Us video game and this is gonna come up. It'll be the first thing that comes up. All right, what does this say here? Designed with love by Richie Branson, also made the chiptune soundtrack. Just a random brother who designed games for Bleacher Report and worked for Epic Games as a game designer on a little game called Fortnite. This game is a free love letter to video games and hip hop. If you want to support, show love to my Cash App or Venmo. All right, and that was Richie Branson. All right, I don't see I think that's the site at the bottom of this page. All right, so this is a cell phone game. So you can literally, like I said, Google Not Like Us the video game and this is going to come up. I think I was wrong about this being developed by Kendrick's team. It looks like this was a third party that developed it, but it looked like Kendrick's team was promoting this, so who knows. All right, and that was the game. Let's go ahead and see if there's anybody in the chat. All right, still looks like it's empty. Well, we'll go ahead and move on to our second story of the night. All right, this was a big one over the course of the week. Tenacious D cancels themselves over Trump joke. All right, so for those of you unfamiliar, Tenacious D is Jack Black's band. And I guess his bandmate Kyle made an inappropriate joke at one of the recent shows, and Jack Black just had to apologize and cancel everything Tenacious D. So let's first get into the joke. Let's see what was said.
Don't miss Trump next time.
All right, so in case you didn't hear the line, it looks like it was Kyle's birthday, and Jack Black said "Make a wish," and then Kyle said "Next time, don't miss Trump" or something like that. not a very funny joke. Like I don't like, to me, I don't care if like you make fun of Trump or not. Like I don't really care about politics like that. But it was an inappropriate time to make that joke, seeing how the shooting had happened just a few hours prior to that performance. So I understand the outrage. And it looks like both Kyle and Jack Black had to apologize after they got a lot of backlash over that joke. So let's go ahead and read this apology. This is from Kyle Gass. The line I improvised on stage Sunday night in Sydney was highly inappropriate, dangerous, and a terrible mistake. I don't condone violence of any kind in any form against anyone. What happened was a tragedy, and I'm incredibly sorry for my severe lack of judgment. I profoundly apologize to those I've let down and truly regret any pain I've caused. All right, I don't see anything wrong with this apology. Like, I don't know how sincere it is. I don't know if he's just apologizing because he got, got a lot of backlash, or if he actually does regret making the joke. But looks like Jack Black also issued an apology. Looks like he wrote this on his Instagram. I was blindsided by what was said at the show on Sunday. I would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence in any form. After much reflection, I no longer feel it is appropriate to continue the Tenacious D tour, and all future creative plans are on hold. I am grateful to the fans for their support and understanding. So this, Jack Black says he was blindsided, but he literally laughed when the joke was made. So maybe it was a nervous laughter, or like, I don't know. To me, he didn't really seem like he was blindsided by anything. But and the other thing is, Jack Black was like very he was one of the artists that was very pro Biden. Like, I think he even came out in support of Biden recently. So I don't know. I feel like they're only apologizing because they got a lot of backlash, not because they regret the joke. But who am I to say how they feel? But it is funny that Jack Black is canceling not only the Tenacious D tour, but all future creative plans. That's like, it's almost like he's putting the band on timeout. Like I feel like an apology would have been enough, and then just continue on. Like we live in a culture where people forget what happened 15 minutes ago. So they could have, I think he could have continued and they would have been fine. All right, and that's it with the video. Let's go ahead and see what the chat is saying. All right, looks like chat is still empty. Well, we'll get started with our third story then. All right, so this one is another one that was trending. All right, country singer Ingrid Andress had the worst national anthem performance ever. All right, so I'm not familiar with Ingrid at all. I don't really listen to country music. I don't know country artists like that. But yeah, she performed the national anthem recently, and it was dubbed the worst national anthem performance ever. And before this performance, Fergie was the one that had that held the record for worst national anthem performance. So I haven't seen this girl's performance yet. So we're going to go ahead and check it out. But I also have Fergie's performance up and ready to go, so we can compare, because there's no way this is worse than the Fergie performance. I remember the Fergie performance. I was there for the Fergie performance. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
All right, so far, terrible. But how old is this girl? This girl looks like a little girl. Like, this girl looks like she's 14 or 15 years old.
What so proudly we hailed by the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the pale
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
And the rocket's red glare.
Damn!
Oh,
hell
through the night.
Yeah, this might be worse than Fergie.
That our flag was still there.
And this girl is a professional country singer. What in the did she use auto-tune in her on her songs? Like, how is she a professional singer?
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Like, and the other thing is this is the national anthem, ma'am. Like, why are you, like, you didn't dress up for this performance. You're like, you literally look like you just woke up from bed and like they like threw you out here. Like, show some respect, ma'am.
Or the land of the free.
Okay, yeah, this is bad. Are people like actively booing? I can't tell, but this is really bad.
In the home of the brave.
All right, yeah, that was worse than I thought. Like, I don't even feel like playing the Fergie video because Fergie's gonna sound like John Legend compared to that. Like, that was terrible. So she posted this on her Instagram the next day. I'm not gonna BS y'all. I was drunk last night. I'm checking myself into a facility today to get the help I need. That was not me last night. I apologize to MLB and all the fans and this country I love so much for that rendition. I'll let y'all know how rehab is. I hear it's super fun. XO Ingrid. Well, like, I don't think people had a problem with the amount of alcohol you consumed. I think you need to go to rehab for your voice, ma'am. You need to go to like singing classes or something. That was just terrible. Like, should I even play the Fergie video? We'll play a little bit of it, but it's not gonna get worse than that. Like, that was bad. So this is the Fergie video. This is like 10 years old. It's All Star 2018. So yeah, this is pretty old. But let's go ahead and check it out.
Banner is an acclaimed singer, songwriter, actress, and 8-time Grammy Award winner from Hacienda Heights, California, Fergie.
Like, even without singing, this is already better. Like, look, Fergie dressed for the occasion. Like, she's dressed very classy. The performance is still bad. And before recently, this was dubbed the worst national anthem performance of all time. So now it's just number 2. So Fergie lost the top spot.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Okay, I also forgot how bad this performance is too. Like, I was about to compliment her, saying like, oh, she like, this sounds more like Adele compared to what we just heard. But like, I don't know what Fergie is doing. Like, it's like she's trying to sing the national anthem as if it was like an EDM song. Like, she's trying to sing this like it's boom boom pow. Like, there's no EDM beat, Fergie. It's just vocals, and it sounds terrible.
What's so proudly we hail at the twilight?
This guy's thinking about dinner. This guy, his mind is somewhere else. He is not paying attention to this performance.
Last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
All right, let's just skip to the end. Like, the end is like the best part.
Yeah.
Oh, right here. This guy looks dumbfounded. He's just like, did I just hear what I thought I heard? Why is this girl trying to sing like She's trying to sing like she's making a record. Like it makes no sense. And look, people are laughing. And the other thing is, this is still better than what we just saw. Like that Ingrid performance, that was how do you like outperform this performance in the worst category? It makes no sense. All right, let's go ahead and check chat real quick before we move on. Oh, SG Sports Talk channel. Message retracted. What's up, SG? It's nice to see somebody in the chat, even though you retracted the message. Anyways, that was our third story. We're gonna go ahead and move on to commercial break, and then when we get back, we'll finally talk about the big album release. So yeah, let's go ahead and cue the commercials.
Do you miss rewinding things like I do? The Sony Walkman, available in 1985.
Arizona Iced Tea, the only inflation-proof juice on the market. Arizona Iced Tea Fruit Juice Cocktail, now in one fruit. Arizona Iced Tea, Bando loves it. Yo!
welcome back to the show. All right, let's see if SG had anything else to say. Looks like we have more chatters. SG Sports Talk Channel. Roseanne Barr's national anthem was purely comedy where she was yelling the lyrics, and that was even worse than Ingrid Andress's performance. I have to check her out, SG. Like I said, I thought Fergie held the title for worst performance. I didn't even know Roseanne Barr did one. Like, she's not even a singer. Like, that's the thing. Roseanne Barr is an actor, but Fergie and Ingrid are both singers. So like, they have no reason to be bad at it. Like, I would understand Roseanne Barr being bad at singing national anthem because that's not her career. Hyper Shadow. I'm here, staying up late to go to sleep during the day for a night shift at my second job. So apparently Ingrid Andress was drunk during the national anthem. Yeah, like that's what I was saying. Like, she was drunk, but like the problem with her performance wasn't the amount of alcohol she consumed. It was her voice. That was the problem. Hyper Shadow. She said that's why it was so horrible. She's apparently a recording artist. I think she's a producer also. I'm not sure if I'm remembering correctly though. She's a country singer, Hyper Shadow. Also, I'm doing some last minute laundry. Kara with the trio is all here. Kara with a K. Oh no, what did I miss? You missed 3 stories so far. We're about to enter our 4th, which is the big album story. Hyper Shadow, Kara, you got here only like 3 minutes after me. We're both late, LOL. I didn't know Roseanne sang at all. All right, well, thanks everyone. The whole trio's here. That's good to see. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our 4th story of the night, and we've been expecting this one. Childish Gambino finally drops the new album. All right, so Bando Stone in the New World finally dropped over the weekend, and I'll get to my thoughts in a second. Before that, Donald had a big week promoting the album. So he started the week off doing a Hot Ones interview, and I got some highlights from the interview, specifically 2 questions that he answered. So let's go ahead and take a look.
So earlier this year, you announced that you'd be releasing Atta Vista and added, after that, there's the final Childish Gambino album, a soundtrack for the fans. How or why did you know that this would be the end?
I mean, like, a collaborator of mine, like, Fam, and I, like, we talked about, like, the death of Superman a lot. Like, he always brought up the death of Superman. He was always kind of loved that. I always knew, like, Childish Gambino was, like, a character. On some level, I wanted it to end. I feel like the Childish Gambino character is almost like the boss from The Office. It's like, yeah, that worked 10 years ago. You know, like that worked, all that stuff worked. But now it's like a different thing. Like, it's like, oh, it's a little sad, but it's also like, wow, like the cycle kind of continues, which is great, I think.
All right, so that clip was important because, yeah, Donald's he's basically confirming this is the last Childish Gambino album. Like, he has said that before and we've reported on it, but like now that he's like, you know, on a press run letting everyone know that it's the last Childish Gambino album, like I feel like we gotta celebrate this. This is the last time we're gonna get an album from Childish Gambino. Do I think it's the last Childish Gambino album? Not at all. I've seen so many artists over the years claim they're retiring only to come back a few years later. Like, Jay-Z's a big one. I remember the Black Album was supposed to be the big retirement album for Jay-Z. That was supposed to be his last album. And that was like back in 2003, I think. And then he ended up coming back a few years later with Kingdom Come. So I feel like music is in Donald's blood. So he's definitely going to make more music. But he's claiming he's done with Childish Gambino. So I'll take that with a grain of salt. You know?
And we'll close actually with an existential thought exercise. You know, you're closing the book on this part of your creative journey, on this part of your artistic journey.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how you think the music alter ego will...
First of all, look at Donald's face. This is the last question he's asking, so he's already made it through all the wings. He literally looks like he's just ready to go. He looks like he's over this interview. He's just like, I did not sign up for this spiciness. I just want to go now.
Walk into the sunset. Does this moment give you any sort of clarity on, who Childish Gambino is and what it all means?
The Childish Gambino story, I think, from the Wu-Tang Clan, like RZA told me like this. He was like, it's a story of a child turning into a boss, or like, he was like, Childish Gambino kind of thing. He's like, this last sunset walk is really about like, this is for the fans. This is for you. If this isn't the best live show you've ever seen, after the first song, if you're like, yeah, I gotta go. You can leave and I will give you your money back. That's how much I care about all of this. That's not like a joke. My lawyers will be like, it's a joke, but it's not a joke. You can actually, I will set it up so you can go. This was really actually good.
All right, so you heard it here first, people. He said that if you go to the show and you don't like it, you can get your money back. Now, I already have a friend who's planning on going to every single show and is going to try to get their money back at every single stop. So I don't know if that's going to work out, but we'll see. But yeah, well, let's go ahead and see what the chat's saying first, and then we'll get to the album. All right, Kara with a K. One of us always misses something. Someone's always late to class. Hyper Shadow. Bando Stone. What does that stand for? Kara with a K. Ooh, yum, hot ones. Hyper Shadow. Final Gambino album. Just like his final Gambino concert in New Zealand. Right. Look up Childish Gambino and Grownish Gambino on TikTok. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it up, Hyper Shadow. But yeah, this is supposedly the last Gambino album. I'm gonna accept that it's the last Gambino album, even though part of me knows it's probably not. And even if he doesn't make another album, he's definitely gonna be making music. So, but yeah, I have to say, I love this album. Like, this is my album of the year. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be topped, but yeah, I like when he says this album is for the fans. He's talking about me. He made this album for me. This is exactly the album I wanted him to make years ago. Like, whenever in 2018, when he released This Is America, and then he released the two summer songs, Summertime Magic and what was the other one? Feels Like Summer. When he released those songs, this was the album that we were supposed to get. Like, all three of those songs would have fit perfectly in this album. Instead, we got 3:15:20, which then turned into Ada Vista, which I also love, but it wasn't the album I was expecting. This is the album I'm expecting. So yeah, I love this album. First track, Hearts Were Meant to Fly, I think it's what it's called, with Amaray. That sounds like a Major Lazer song to me. Like, there's something Jamaican about it, and like Amaray's all over this album. And I know some people were upset with Amaray. If you're not familiar with her, she has a very, I don't know, like, her voice sounds almost like a little kid. So I can understand why people would not like it, but like, I love her voice. Like, I really like her last album that she released last year. It was one of my top albums of the year. So like, to me, I'm an Amaray fan. Lithonia, that song, that was the perfect single to release for this album, because like it introduced you to Gambino rock songs, and he has a few of them on this album. So that was a good like introduction to like what that would sound like. Step Speech or Survive, I'm sorry, with Chloe. I don't really hear a lot of Chloe on the song. I think she does background vocals, but this is one of the top songs on the album, Survive. Like, it's just so smooth. It's like the perfect song to listen to while you're high. Like, just exactly what I wanted. Step Speech is another just from Lithonia to Step Speech. This is just summer feels right here. Like, Step Speech is like a perfect song to play at like in the middle of the night, laying in the beach. Like, it's just so good. Talk My Ish with Amaray and Flo Milli. I'm not that familiar with Flo Milli, but a lot of hip hop people went straight to this song on the album because I guess Flo Milli's a big deal. So song, it's another rap song. It's great to hear Gambino rapping again. Got to Be is the it's an EDM song. It has a Prodigy sample in it, and I feel like it didn't really utilize the Prodigy sample as good as it could have, but I like that song. Real Love is like a pop punk song. I really like that song. In the Night is an Afrobeat song with Georgia Smith and Amaray, and that's, you know, we previewed that song a few weeks ago, and that's a good song. Yoshinoya, which is a rapping Bino. That's like the best rap track on the album. Well, I don't know, maybe Survive is the best rap track. But Can You Feel Me with his son Legend. I know some people thought it was gonna be John Legend on the song, but no, it's his son Legend. And this is probably my least favorite song on the album. It's like okay for what it is, but I sometimes skip that one. No Excuses is my favorite song on the album. It is just a 7-minute masterpiece. Like, if you want, like, this song was made to be experienced on mushrooms. And I've never done mushrooms, but when I do mushrooms, this is going to be the song. This is going to be the first song I listen to when I'm on mushrooms. It's going to be No Excuses, because I feel like I'm missing out on a part of the experience of this song by not being that high. Cruisin' with Yeet is another one of my favorite songs on the album. We Are God is another one that's kind of like a skip for me. Like, it's not bad, but I feel like it's going for the same type of vibe as No Excuses, and it just doesn't come close to it. Running Around is another punk pop song, and I really like that one. Like, it's probably my favorite of the rock songs. Let's see, Dadvocate is the name is terrible, Dadvocate, and it's actually a country song. And believe it or not, Gambino actually pulls it off very well. Like, if you like the Beyonce country album, you'll like this song. Happy Survivor is another. It's an instrumental song, but it's another great song. And then the last song, A Place Where Love Goes, is an EDM banger, and it's probably the end credit song for the movie. But yeah, this whole album is just great. Let's see what the chat is saying. Carol with a K. It's sad his music career is coming to an end. I don't think it is Carol with a K. I think he specifically said this is the end of Childish Gambino. But like, I feel like he's gonna be performing music under a different name. Like, for us longtime fans, we know that he was never a huge fan of the Childish Gambino name. Like, it was just something he put into the Wu-Tang name generator, and it ended up just sticking. So he says all the time that he wish he could go back and change the name, but Childish is now adultish. Oh my gosh, he made the album for you. Kidding. I just realized This Is America was released 6 years ago. Yeah, like Time, don't get me started on Time. Like, Time, I don't know. Time just flies the older you get. The older you get, the faster time goes. Hyper Shadow, Dadvocate, LOL. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and watch this little video he uploaded on his Instagram.
Nobody gives a fuck. My sweet Lithonia.
All right, so for those of you wondering, Donald had a pop-up store in California over the weekend to help promote the album, and it looks like this is some footage from that, and it looks cool. It looks like it's themed after an old school, like I want to say 90s gas station. Like, just looking at the kind of TVs they have, those are like those old TVs that like I grew up on.
What have you done? These are your children. I am just so.
This album, amazing. Futuristic production. Look at the rollout. We in LA. Woo!
Thank you for continuing to be an inspiration and continuing to push those boundaries for people that come from where we came from.
Keep doing your thing, man.
Donald, thanks for being wonderful genre bending.
Okay, first of all, let's go back to this guy. This guy right here, this is exactly how President Biden was talking in his debate. Like, just like no inflection, no nothing, just nonstop.
Continuing to push those boundaries for people that come from where we came from.
Keep doing your thing, man.
Donald, thanks for being wonderful genre-bending creative director that you are. You're the real one. This album is amazing. Like,
man, this girl bought the whole fit, the whole Bando Stone fit. She got the shirt, the hat, probably has the Donald Glover Adidas shoes.
start to finish, I really love the growth that he's shown. I'm so excited for this pop-up. Got the hat, got the shirt.
New album's great, specifically Dadvocate. Oh, I love that song. It's so good.
Okay, we found a Dadvocate fan right here.
That song is so good.
All right, and that was the pop-up shop. Let's see. Hyper Shadow, Childish Gambino gone. Donald Glover arrived. Kara with a K. That song still makes you feel it in your back the minute the beat comes on. Hyper Shadow. He probably just really wanted to get rid of the name and things will continue on as normal, but under a different name. But he's just sticking with the "this is the end" energy to build hype for sales. Possibly Hyper Shadow. I think what Kara is saying is probably more accurate. That she's gonna. Oh no. Actually, that's what you said. Childish Gambino gone. Donald Glover arrived. I don't even know if he's gonna be making music under the Donald Glover name. I think he's just gonna pick a new name. That's what I think. Kara with a K. Bryden dropped out of the race. Kamala's trying to jump in. I saw that, Kara with a K. I try not to discuss politics on this show, but I did see that. All right. Well, that was the Childish Gambino album. And you guys didn't even let me know if you liked it or not. Hyper Shadow, Kara, SG, if you even listen to that kind of stuff. But while we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and get started with our last story of the night. Da-dum. Just as one music rollout ends, another one begins. The Weeknd starts his new album rollout. In Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is like it's a city in Brazil, I believe. I believe that's Portuguese for St. Paul, I mean. But yeah, looks like The Weeknd is getting ready to release a new album, and he's starting the rollout with a listening party. Well, actually, it's a performance, not really a listening party. But it looks like he's kind of going the Kanye route. So let's go ahead and check this out. All right, so these are the posters, and I'm getting like church vibes. Like to me, this is like he's trying to do what Kanye did with Donda. Let's see, yeah. Look at this, September 7th. And he also released a little trailer, so let's go ahead and check that out. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a big Weeknd fan, specifically an old school Weeknd fan. Like I got into the Weeknd in 2011 when he dropped House of Balloons and Thursday and Echoes of Silence. And those are like that's like my era of Weeknd. Like back, like those mixtapes remind me of the college days. Like I love that sound. That was probably one of my favorite years in music, 2011. Okay, so this new album is supposed to be the third part of a trilogy. So like that first image of Weeknd in a red suit, that was from After Hours. And then that second one of him looking like an old man, that's like from the album cover of Dawn FM. So like whatever this third album is supposed to be the third part of the trilogy. So like I believe After Hours, that was a breakup album. And then it ends with him dying, and then Dawn FM is like him in the afterlife, experience like him, like I don't know, him in what was it called, Limbo or something. And then this third album, I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's supposed to be the third part. And maybe that explains the church vibes, like it's the actual afterlife.
Every angel's terrified.
My head's blocking the way. There are 3 chapters in this tale. All right, and that was the trailer. Let's see what the chat is saying. Carol with a K. I'll check out the album and get back to you. Do that, Carol with a K. And don't skim through it too. Start it on track 1 and listen all the way through. Trust me, you'll thank me for it. Carol with a K. Yeah, like Catholic Greek God vibes. That's what I'm talking about. Like you know what? That's probably a better description than church vibes. He's going for like God vibes. Hyper Shadow. If the Childish Gambino album was the album you were playing on your speaker on 4th of July, then yeah, it was good. Sounded very Gambino-ish. My girlfriend specifically loves Lithonia a lot. Hyper Shadow, that was not the album. The album came out it came out 2 days ago. So that wasn't the album. I think you're thinking of Lupe Fiasco. Carol with a K. I miss the old Kanye, College Dropout. Carol with a K. I've been a fan of Kanye since 2004, 2005. So I've experienced every single one of Kanye's eras. And one thing about Kanye is he's always going to switch it up. So he never stays in an era for too long. So like, for example, when he was making in 2007, he released Graduation, and I love that era of Kanye. Like, and it only lasted like a few years. And then it lasted like 1 year. And then he released 808s and Heartbreak the next year in 2008. So like, it's like, that tour he went on, it was called the Glow in the Dark tour for Graduation. Like, that was before I was going to concerts. That's the one concert I regret missing. I like had just gotten into concerts after realizing I missed the tour. Hyper Shadow, The Weeknd. I wonder if he'll ever make it to the week. Carol with a K. I love that he's keeping up the continuation of telling a story from album to album and music videos. Hyper Shadow. College Dropout Kanye is no more. Maybe when he's older, he'll make a comeback. Carol with a K. Not gonna lie, this is starting to look demonic as hell. Hyper Shadow. Oh, well, dang. I could have sworn it was Gambino you were playing. Hyper Shadow. Then I haven't heard the album at all. I probably haven't heard any of the songs. Well, you heard Lithonia. That was the first single. But yeah. All right. Well, looks like that's all the stories we have for today. So I'll be live Wednesday night, same time, same place. Now, I will actually be on vacation next week, so I won't be live on Sunday. So I'll be live Wednesday, and then I know I just canceled an episode, and now I have to cancel another episode, but you can't say no to vacation. So I'll be gone next Sunday, and then we'll be back the following Wednesday. So just keeping you guys in the loop. But yeah, thanks, Kara with a K, Hyper Shadow SG. Let's go ahead and cue the credits.